Hi guys, this is Atco. Wanted to give you a little talk about my jukebox, or what I have used to have. When I was a kid, my dad bought an old 1940s jukebox, Wurlitzer, that came out in the 40s, and he bought it in the early 60s from a restaurant that closed, and he bought it for 50 bucks. And we put it and had it in the basement, and I was listening to the music. My dad played all his old music and had a lot of fun with it. When we moved from Pittsburgh in 1969, we got rid of it, and I think he sold it for 25 bucks. I always wished to have one. Well, once I was in my house, I picked one up about 15, 16 years ago. I was going to get one of the Wurlitzers just like it, but those darn things are worth too much money. And I bought one that was on an auction for $400, a Seeburg, and actually worked out better for me because it's all 45s, for that when my dad was all 78s. So needed a lot of work, and I restored it with the help of somebody who did a lot of the mechanics on it, and I did all the electronics. And I thought it took about 6 months to restore it, and we've had a lot of fun with it. It's been in the game room for all those 15 years or so. Well, after about I guess it was about late fall, I hadn't used it for a couple of years because we weren't having many people coming in and look around at stuff in the game room because of the darn virus. When it was time to play it again, it wouldn't work. And I thought, well, I'm sure I could fix it because I restored it to begin with, but I just didn't feel like dealing with it again. So I wanted to see if anybody wanted it. It needed work on. Probably didn't need too much, but who knows. So I put it on Craigslist. Said doesn't work, but it had all the records in it. Told them it's been working for 15 years. I put $100 on that thing. I got a call next day, guy who wanted it, and then here you are. You see with it. I pulled it out of the game room. Guy came in, picked it up, put it in his truck, took off, was gone. Had a lot of fun with that, but I didn't have it anymore. What am I going to do? I missed my jukebox. Well, I didn't want another one, but I had these. I had a Jukemaster, and I've done a little video about that some years ago. It's like looks kind of like a replica of an old Seeburg wall box. The ones you used to get on the diners, restaurant diners. And I picked one of those up when they were brand new back then in the early 2000s. And company, I don't remember what the company was called, but it was a juke. They called it a Jukemaster 100. You could put 100 songs on it. It'd play off an MP3 on a CD. You could select whatever you want out of that. And I thought it was really cool. Now at that point I had my regular jukebox, so this was more like a toy for me, but I thought it was cool. Okay, the company only hung around for a couple years. They had a lot of problems with the manufacturing of it in China, and and it was gone. Now there's another company making pretty much the same thing now. And I did a video about that just a few months ago. But I had one of those and had some problems with it. I took it back, and if you ever want to see it, you can take a look at that. See if you'd want to buy one of those. Had some problems, but there are other people who put out the what's it called? I can't recall the name of it. Arc Rocket 200, I think that's what it's called. Very similar to the Jukemaster, and I've seen a couple of people have put that out on YouTube, so I guess they like it. But anyways, I have my Jukemaster, and I thought, what can I do with this thing? Well, it always did well for me. The problem I had with it, you know, it's kind of, it has these tiny little, probably 3-inch speakers on the sides of it, and it's not something you want to use to have in the house, in a room, to like have a party or anything. I said, I wonder if there is a way to do that. I thought, you know, it does have a output where you can put speakers on it, not have the little tiny ones that are inside of it. I've got tons of speakers, so I thought, well, let's see what I could do with it, and I did. And what I've got now in that thing, I've got 9 speakers. I put an amplifier on it, and it gives you plenty of music in the game room now. Has good bass. Now here's what I did with it. Okay, here you'll see I have it in a stand, and then I put actually a small little Radio Shack amplifier, and then I connected the speakers. I had a lot of these Bose speakers, and here's what I did with them. I put ones on the right side, and I'll show you the speakers as it came up. I got 5 of them on the right side of that room. Then I've got Bose, both the Bose Series 201. I got a Series 301. I got a Series 101. Got the same thing on the left side. Got 4 speakers on the left side with the Bose 4 different series speakers. Now, since I've got 5 speakers on one right side and 4 speakers on left, my right ear is not as good as my other. And when I would listen to the songs in my room, I would hear too much on the left side, and I put an extra speaker on the right side to kind of make it even from my head standpoint, and it worked out pretty well. So it sounds kind of balanced well for me. Okay, so that's what I'm using with that thing now, and it works really well. Also, dude made this thing. If you look, when you first buy one of these, and they have title strips, and it comes with different songs that goes with it, and it's nothing really special. They just write in the names of the song and the artist, and it looks like a typewriter would put on it. Well, that wasn't the way that title strips looked like when you used to go to a jukebox. So I made my own title strips on my Jukemaster, and then you'll see the pictures of mine as opposed to the ones that came with the original Jukemaster. And then I put my own different songs into it, so I get my favorites. So I'm all set now, and now it works out very well. Very happy. I'm very happy with it. So I can get 100 songs on that now. Now, if you get tired of this, I have ever picked up, and once in a while when I'd stay on either Craigslist or eBay, I have bought 2 more used ones, the Jukemaster, and I got them all set up. So all 3 of those now have different songs that I liked. And I get tired with one, I swap it to the other one, and I have good music for maybe 3 months, 4 months, and we play all that, and then we're done and go to the next one. So it's worked out well for me. It does exactly what I needed for now, and just thought I'd show you too. It's my little area for music and my Jukemaster. Just thought I'd show it to you. You'll see on the side of the where I got the speakers, you'll see a little bit of my game room. That's what I want to do another day on a video. Could take a tour to show what I'm doing with that whole game room. 'Cause things have changed since the way I did that a few years ago. Some things have changed. So I'll do another tour of that, but I'll do that another day. So anyways, that's it. I just wanted to show you guys to it. And that's all to say. For now, this is Atco, signing off.